In this video, I will show how you can link your Interactive Brokers account to TradingView. TradingView is one of the best, if not the best platform for trading and doing technical analysis. We will cover how to use TradingView to buy, how to sell, as well as some things you should know when using this setup. But first, here's how to connect Interactive Brokers to TradingView. At the bottom, click on Trading Panel. Scroll down and look for Interactive Brokers. Click on it, then hit connect. You'll be taken to the Interactive Brokers login page. Okay, it's not obvious here, but you can actually switch between live trading and paper trading, which is great if you want to test strategies before going live. So just log in with your IBKR username and password. If it is your first time linking, IBKR will ask you to type your name to authorize the connection. Do that, complete the verification, and think you are connected. At the bottom, you will now see your IBKR account details. If you have multiple accounts linked to the same login, you can easily switch between them. Right now, I'm showing you my test account, which is great because I don't want to show you how rich or how poor I am. On the right, you will see an account's overview showing your net liquidation value, daily P&L, unrealized P&L, and excess liquidity. If you click on the IBKR Live button on the left and hover over Summary, you will see even more display options, like the amount of cash in the account, available funds, maintenance margin, and initial margin. So feel free to customize this however you like. Next, under the Positions tab, you will see all your current holdings. Right now, I only have SCHG, and IBKR shows me the quantity, average price, last traded price, and unrealized profit and loss. The rest are pretty self-explanatory. The Orders tab lists recent orders, trade history shows completed trades. You will also find your account balances, account summary, and notification log here. Alright, let's move on to the fun part. How to place orders via TradingView. To do that, you first need to search for the ticker that you want to trade. You can either do that by clicking on the ticker at the top left hand side to search for your ticker, or if you have previously added the ticker to your watch list, you can also click on the watch list button over at the top right hand side and click on the saved ticker. Now, there are several ways to place your order. For the first method, if you hover over the chart, you will see this little plus icon over to the right. Click on it and IBKR will use the hover price for your order. For example, here it says buy 100 QQQ at $540.51. From here, you can change the quantity. So let's say I don't want to buy 100 shares. I can change it to maybe 1 share or even 0.001 share since IBKR supports fractional shares. Besides that, you can change the order type to between limit, stop, or stop limit order. I will explain what stop and stop limit orders are later on, so don't worry about them for now. Then if you want, you can also drag the take profit button upwards to set a take profit price and drag the stop loss button downwards to limit your loss. Once you're happy with the setup, click buy to send the order. But if you wish to customize your order even more, you can click on the trade button near the bottom and this will open up the trade order window. Since I've pre-created an order earlier, everything will be auto-populated here. I can edit the limit price, or I can also drag the price box up and down to update the limit price. Text lets me set how far away from the market price my order should be. When the USD option is selected, IBKR will show me how much money I will need to put up for this trade. In this example, it is $541.28 since I'm buying 1 share at $541.28. If I click on the USD drop down, I will see several other options. Percent of balance allows me to specify how much of my net liquidation value I want to use for this trade. For example, here it says 12.84%. This means 12.84% of the $4,215 will be used for this trade, which again is $541. Meanwhile, risk in USD as well as risk in percent balance lets me set how much I'm willing to lose before the stop loss kicks in. For now, I'll just leave it as USD since I find it easier to understand. Right below it, you'll find the exit setup. Based on the current take profit and stop loss, my risk to reward ratio is 1.71. Again, I can shift the price around to adjust the risk to reward. Next, time in force lets me choose how long my order will be valid for. I can choose between today, good to cancel, or at the open. By default, TradingView will use IBKR's smart routing. This is just a fancy way of saying IBKR will scan all the available exchanges to give you the best possible price. For most traders, it is perfectly fine to leave it on smart routing. But if you want, you can manually select an exchange that you prefer. But keep in mind that if you do so, it may sometimes result in higher fees. Next, you can also enable outside regular trading hours to trade pre-market, post-market, or overnight, which is basically 24 hours during a trading day lah. And lastly, Outside RTH take profit allows you to take profit during those hours. Moving on, under the order info, you'll be able to see some quick info of this trade. Take value means how much you gain or lose for each price take. Trade value shows how much you'll be putting on for this trade. Then there's reward and risk information as well. Once you are happy with the setup, click buy and go through the preview page. Here, you will see the commission fees for the trade, along with how it will impact your equity, initial margin and maintenance margin. If everything is okay, just click send order. You will then see a few warning pop-ups, so just accept them all. And if you don't want them to appear in the future, you can just take don't ask again. Once you have submitted your order, you'll be able to see them in the orders tab at the bottom. There's one limit order here, one stop loss and one take profit. I can click on modify order to modify the orders. Otherwise, I can also drag the order box around to modify the orders. Okay, here's something useful to know. If I cancel either the stop loss or the take profit, both the stop loss and take profit will cancel at the same time. This is also known as one cancels the other order. So if I cancel it, only the buy limit order will remain. Otherwise, if I cancel the buy limit order, all three orders will be cancelled at the same time. So that's good. Last but not least, the third method to place a buy order is to click on the buy button near the top left hand side. This will open up the trade order window again, and by default, the market order will be selected. Then from here, you can just adjust your order accordingly. Next, I want to quickly explain what stop and stop limit orders are. A stop order is quite similar to a market order, but instead of it triggering at the current market price, stop order lets you select a price at which you wish to trigger a market order. So for example, if I set the stop price to $594.94, IBKR will wait till the stock reaches that price, then buy at whatever is the best market price at that time. However, the downside of stop order is that sometimes if the stock suddenly gaps up or goes down, you might end up getting filled at the worst price. So if you want to avoid that, you can use the stop limit order instead. With it, you set a stop price where you want a market order to be triggered. At the same time, you can also set a limit price so that if the market moves beyond your limit, the order will not execute. Essentially, you are telling the broker that you only want to get filled in between this price range. So that was a quick walkthrough on how to place buy orders. Next, let's talk about how to sell. Here, I've opened up SCHG. In the chart, TradingView will show me how many shares I have and what's the current average price. To sell my holdings, I can either click on the X button right beside my average price, or I can also right-click my holdings at the bottom and select Close Position. I can then choose to close my entire position or do a partial close. Alternatively, I can also do what I did before, where I hover over the chart to find a price that I want to sell, click on the tiny plus button, select Sell. Then modify my order as needed. I can also click on the trade button at the bottom, then switch over to the sell side to sell. Moving on, let's cover some questions that you might have. First up, what can you trade on TradingView? The short answer is almost everything, from stocks, ETFs to futures, forex and even options. When searching, make sure the interactive brokers filter is enabled. That way, everything you see is available to trade through IBKR. For example, if you go to the Forex tab and turn off the filter, you will see all the currency pairs, including the ones from other platforms. Turn it back on, and you will only see pairs that are available via IBKR. The same applies to cryptos, bonds, and options. Next, can you link IBKR to TradingView's mobile app? Yes, you can. So in the TradingView app, head over to the Watchlist tab, tap on the stock, tap Trade, then choose Interactive Brokers. Once you have connected, you can trade as usual. However, here's something to take note of. You can only have one active connection to IBKR at a time. So if you are currently connected to IBKR via TradingView, IBKR will kick you out of their web portal and you have to reconnect again to use it. Likewise, if you are logged into IBKR's mobile app, IBKR will disconnect TradingView and you have to reconnect again to use it. Next, are the prices shown on TradingView real time? If you are using TradingView's free plan, the price is updated once every 5 seconds. For real-time updates, you will need a premium plan. Otherwise, if you have already subscribed to real-time market data on IBKR, TradingView will use that data automatically, so you don't have to double pay for live pricing. Last but not least, can you do automatic trading on TradingView? The answer is yes. You can set up strategies in TradingView to automatically place trades based on buy and sell signals. If you wish to learn how to do this, comment down below and let me know. If enough people are interested, I can make a full tutorial video on how to set it up. Anyway, that was a quick video on how to link IBKR to TradingView. Hope you found it useful. Like, share and subscribe as I'll be posting new videos every week.